All right, this is Draw My Life with Lana Reiss, and this whole story is actually a little bit jumbled up because a lot of the stuff happened to me at the same time. So I'm gonna do my best to play it story by story. If it gets too crazy, hey, I'm sorry. So it started off with my parents. They met in LA because they used to live in the same apartment building, and obviously they fell in love, they got married, and then they had me. I'm the only child of the family, which explains why I'm such a brat and a bastard at the same time. So sorry, friends, but I had no choice. I was born in Bellflower, California, and which is basically East LA, Holmes, you know. But they didn't want me to, I guess, grow up in LA, so they moved to this little lovely suburb called Moreno Valley. But now it's a big shithole, so nobody cares. Anyway, I had a pretty decent childhood, you know, growing up, you know, being an only child of a 2-income household. It was nice. We had a lot of things, we had little toys. My dad bought a video camera, which is supposed to be for family parties and events, but eventually I got a hold of it and it became mine because I used to, you know, have little comedy sketches and TV shows that I recorded myself with my stuffed animals because I didn't have a brother or sister to record with. But I really started to fall in love with making videos at a very, very young age. After that, I grew up, and of course families, you know, have their issues and stuff, and my family actually couldn't sort theirs out, so my parents got divorced when I was a sophomore in school, and that was not fun, and I started to, obviously it affected me, so I started to like mess with my own personal style. You know, I chopped off my hair, I started to, you know, dress in different clothes because I was trying to artistically, I don't know, express what I was feeling, I guess. I was one of those kids. And I remember, I think it was sophomore or freshman year, I was the only girl in high school to ever completely block out my entire hair with like this fire engine red color. It was ridiculous. And I started dressing all gothy. I don't know. I was kind of a poser, but whatever. I started to get into the really artsy stuff, and in high school I also joined the theater group, and I've been doing theater since I was a little kid too, but I really took it seriously in high school and started to really have a strong connection with acting, and I started to feel like, hey, this is kind of something that I want to do. This is a lot of fun. So my hair was pink and black at that time, actually red and black, and then it went pink and black. But anyway, so I started acting in school, which led me to get jobs out in LA because of my hair and the look that I had. So I got really cool gigs. The first gig that I got was for the King of Queens, and it was for their high school episode, and I gave Leah Remini a cigarette in the bathroom. You can find this on YouTube if you look for the episode. I was also on Without a Trace and ER, and ER actually I was on twice, and both the times I was dead, and I had blood all over my face, and I started to get into special effects makeup because the makeup artist was teaching me about a lot of stuff. So I really was like, hey, I like this makeup stuff. This is kind of cool. What is it? So, you know, I went home and started talking to my mom, like, I think I want to start getting into makeup. So she's like, okay, let's get you something good if we're gonna, you know, have you mess with this stuff. So she took me to Nordstrom and introduced me to MAC. And that's when I got my very first lipstick, which was Eden Rocks, and a Studio Fix powder, which was NC25 at the time. My, how things changed. In 2005, I became a MAC member, and it was super great. I became Viva Glam ambassador and face chart specialist, but in 2008, I kind of went my own way, and they wanted me to sell. I wanted to be an artist, so it was kind of like, let's separate. So during this whole process, I joined a band in Orange County because I saw their ad on Craigslist because they were looking for a singer, and we met. They did the whole audition process, they liked me, and we started to make really fun pop rock music and played a lot of different shows with a lot of different now famous bands. I'm not going to name drop, but we played with a lot of people, and we got really lucky too. We got on Warp Tour, we were on MTV, we got on K-Rock, but some things happened to me in 2007. My whole life was pretty much shaken up. So the breakup, well, broke up. And that was it of the band, and it really sucked. So we could have been something. During that time, I also made YouTube videos, which was great. I started as Mexi Lana, and I had a lot of blog channels. I did one tutorial one time, and everyone started to go, make videos. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So I started Lana Loves Mac, but that channel ended up being too messy for my taste. I wanted to look more professional, so I created Viva Glam Lana, which was designed to be strictly a MAC channel. But now, I don't know, I think now I'm gonna start getting into a whole bunch of other things. Too much. Going back though, Mexi Lana, I lived with one of my roommates, her name is Liz, and we used to make videos together all the time, and we had such a blast. Like, we literally were just making up all of these funny videos, dressing up as guys, we were making fun of each other, we were starting like fights online just for shits and gigs, I guess. Anyway, one day for Halloween, I dressed up as Gwen Stefani, and we made a video, and my friends were like, dude, it's such a trip, like, you sound like her, you look like her. We went to a party afterward, it was just insane. So my friends were like, you gotta go to Vegas and do this for a living. And I'm like, really? You think I can do that? So I, talked to my mom and said, hey, what do you think about me going to Vegas? And she's like, well, you know what? You should try. So, I forgot I did that. Yeah, thanks Target for your shitty eraser. Anyway, so I went to Vegas and I walked into what would be my boss's office, and it was for a dealer position as a celebrity impersonator. And I said, hey, do you guys need a Gwen Stefani girl? And they were just stunned when they saw me. They're like, who are you? I was dressed up and everything. And yeah, they loved me so much that I got hired on the spot and started working there for about, I think it was 3 years I was there. And April 15th was my birthday that I signed my lease on my very first apartment in Las Vegas. So happy birthday to me. You're a Vegas resident. So yes, I worked at the Imperial Palace as a dealer-tainer, and I started off as Gwen Stefani, but my hair fried off because it was over bleached and over processed. So I became pink. And actually, yeah, there you go. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. And that led me to performing as many other characters. I did a bunch of guy stuff for Halloween, like Billy Idol and Adam Lambert. That was a lot of people. It was very, very exhausting. And then I had the amazing opportunity to work with HGTV, and that was so much fun, doing makeup, of course, on the show for the Property Brothers, and it was for their new show called Buying and Selling, which of course I had to move to Austin, Texas, which at the time I was all for. But after living in Austin for a couple months, I really started to feel like it wasn't for me. I started to feel very lonely. I missed everyone. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I know it's all about keeping Austin weird, but it just wasn't my kind of weird. I really felt out of place, and all I could think about was Las Vegas and my friends back home, and I just didn't have the time that I thought I was going to have. So, it sucked. So this is now me trying to draw my car, and I can't do that, so just, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so once the season ended, I packed my car full of my stuff and I hightailed it. I mean, I'm talking about like, phew, I just took off like full force going back home. I was so happy. I was like, I'm out of this biatch. And yeah, my car doesn't go 300 miles per hour, by the way. But anyway, so I remember driving, and I was finally on the 95 freeway to get to Vegas, and I could see the Luxor light and the stratosphere, and I was bawling my eyes out. I was so unbelievably, uncontrollably excited to be home and happy again. So yeah, which leads me to now. I now live in Vegas, and I am happy, and my life is kind of coming to its own again. I'm starting to build my clientele. I just feel more like myself, because I definitely lost myself in Austin, but now I'm starting to, come into my own again. And I went to aesthetic school to learn more and to get my license, and I finally graduated last week, and I'm so super stoked about it. So yeah, graduate. I'm doing videos, of course, on the regular now. Thanks so much to CDS, because they're making it possible. So now I'm doing more videos on Viva Glam Lana and Lana Reiss, and that's a lot of fun, and I will keep doing that. As for the future, I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know where my life's going to take me, because my life is so weird, and I've done so many things, so who knows what happens. So please subscribe to my channels, Lana Reiss and Viva Glam Lana, and I will love you very, very much. You can also follow me on the different social media websites, and you're gonna have to forgive me with this one, because I'm here trying to draw the logos out, and it doesn't really work on a dry erase board. It's very, very hard. So yeah, you got Facebook, which is Viva Lana, You have the YouTube logo, which they changed, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So you have Vivica and Lana and Lana Reiss. And then this is supposed to be an Instagram logo. Yeah, just ignore that. This is supposed to be a Vine one. And oh my gosh, Vine is so addicting. I can't even believe it. It's ridiculous. And this is Twitter, and that's supposed to be a little bird, and which is also going to be Lana Reiss. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.